a very warm welcome to Thorough Newspaper Analysis, which is presented to you by LawSikho. So, today we'll discuss important articles from the newspaper of 29 June 2021. We have two important articles of the day. The first is titled as Reopen the Files, Reconsider Privatization. In this article, we have spoken about reconsidering privatization of the PSUs in the tough times of the economy. The second article is titled as It Happened in Bunny. In this article, we have discussed about the deforestation and the restoration of the forest drive which has successfully taken place in Bunny region of Gujarat. This newspaper analysis is presented to you by me. My name is Ankita Parida. I am working as a trainee associate with LawSikho. You can reach out to me at my LinkedIn or Twitter handle. The MCQ question for the day is, which is the first country to constitutionally prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation? Your options are option A, South Africa, option B, UK, option C, Germany, and option D, USA. You can write your answer in the comment section. The descriptive question for the day is, India is right now going through its worst economic crisis with highest ever contraction in the economy. Is this the right time for privatization of PSUs? You can write your answers in 250 to 300 words. For free study materials and TNA PDF slide, please join our new Telegram group by scanning the code, or also you can get the link to this code in the description box of this video. You can also follow us on our Instagram pages, that is LawSikho Judiciary, LawSikho CLAT Prep, and UGCNet LawSikho. Moving to the first article of the day, we talk about reconsidering privatization. Privatization of public sector has been a part of economic reform since 1991, and it takes its inspiration from the Washington Consensus. Since then, there has been a drive for privatization of PSUs. However, the democratic and political setup of our country becomes a impediment and comes in the way of privatization. So much so that the NDA government had faced huge political backlash in 2000. However, today we have a different situation, and in this situation we have highest number of NPS, lowest income, highest number of unemployment rates, and there is a huge contraction of economy today. So there needs to be a complete reconsideration of the pros and cons of privatization today. The author has categorized the PSUs into two types so as to make it easy. The first is the sick industry type. This is one which cannot be turned around, and this constitutes the machinery or technology which are completely gone obsolete and they are beyond redemption. So this should be closed and the assets should be sold. However, it becomes difficult because there are labor issues around it, and it becomes the political issue as well. So therefore it becomes very difficult to sell. However, the profit from this should be shown to the labor by disposing these valuable lands which have gained highest capital value in the region because of industrialization, and these land should be disposed to the labor force. The second thing what can be done to dispose is to bring all the sick companies of the country into one holding company, and these companies must be taken from the ministries. This holding company sole purpose should be speedy liquidation of these assets. The second solution, or the second categorization he has given, is the financial sick companies. Under these companies, the Air India or the ITDC also comes into the play, that is the Indian Tourism Development Corporation. These are the ones where the management is not very good. If we change the management of these can be turned around and these can be restored. The third model the author has suggested is the Chinese model, in which the profit is focused. Here, the state owned enterprise as well as the private is given focus, and the focus is also on competitiveness of cost, quality, and technology. So, this model has been so successful that 124 companies out of the Fortune 500 are from the China, and so much so that 91 companies of these 124 companies are from state owned companies. So while considering the privatization, the government into look into broader perspective, the private sector units need to be taken into consideration for strategic purpose, and rather than only thinking of profitability. The second article of the day, it talks about forest restoration and community forest rights. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the United Nations High Level Dialogue on Desertification, Land Degradation, and Drought and reiterated goal land degradation neutrality by 2030. He has also given example of the successful drive in Bunny grassland that is a part of Gujarat, which has restored because of the support of the pastoralists or the people who are living there. It is the largest tropical grassland which had degraded because of the invasion of the Pros- Prosposis julifera, which is an invasive species, and it had severely impacted the unique ecology. However, the Maldharis, who are recognized as the traditional dwellers of this land, took initiatives under the Forest Right Act 2006, which gives them the right to Adivasis and the traditional forest dwellers to legally take initiative and manage community forest and stop any activity that adversely affected. So they took the initiative and uprooted this species or the invasive species in the pre-monsoon period for native grass species to regenerate during monsoon. So this led to ample fodder for the livestock which were present there, and it cured the problem of severe fodder crisis, and the land of this region could be restored. So it is very important to recognize the efforts of the traditional dwellers here, and here it is important to note that the community forest with legally recognized rights are healthier globally. Program authorizing and respecting indigenous and communal tenure can lead to improved management of the forest, and it is also reiterated by the IPCC report. So, as India is committed to restore 26 million hectares of degraded forest land by 2030 under the Bond Pledge, and also it has taken nationally determined contribution under the Paris Agreement, which targets for making 2.5 to 3 billion tons of carbon sink by 2030. So, this kind of initiative must be taken on priority, and it should be noted that the previous initiatives like the National Afforestation Program, the Green India Mission, the Social Forestry Program, and the Joint Forestry Management have not been so successful. However, this is a very good initiative, and this takes into account the traditional dweller, which makes the initiative more possible. So, this was all for today. Thank you.